You are allowed to take a mental rest day. Not because you're weak, not because you're lazy, but because you're human. And even God rested on the seventh day. This world will try to keep you running, but your soul is asking you to slow down. So today, just for today, let's talk about what it means to mentally rest. Let's get into it. Before we get into this life-changing message, take a moment to like this video, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment below. Your support doesn't just help the channel, it helps the mission. Every like pushes this message further. Every comment becomes part of something bigger than us. We're not just creating content, we're building a movement. So show love, stay connected, and let's keep growing together. Now let's get into it. What mental rest really means. Mental rest isn't about sleeping all day. It's not numbing out on your phone or binge watching until you forget what you were avoiding. Mental rest is intentional. It's saying, my mind has been carrying too much. My thoughts have been too loud, my soul is tired, and I need space to breathe. It's giving yourself permission to step away from the noise and step into stillness. You can't keep running forever. You can't pour from a cracked vessel. You can't fight every battle without a break. Rest is not weakness. Rest is wisdom. The pressure to stay busy. You ever notice how guilty we feel when we stop? Like if we're not producing, we're failing. Like if we're not grinding, we're falling behind. But who told us that? Who told us our worth was measured by productivity? That rest was earned instead of required? That's a lie, a dangerous one. Because while you're chasing tasks, your spirit is begging to be seen. While you're checking boxes, your heart is whispering, hey, remember me? You weren't created to be a machine. You were created to live, to feel, to love. And that starts with slowing down. Signs you need a mental rest day. Sometimes it's obvious. You're exhausted. Your head hurts. You snap at everyone. But other times, it's subtle. You feel disconnected, even around people. You stare at your phone, but nothing feels satisfying. You've lost your sense of wonder, your spark, your focus. Everything feels blah. That's not laziness. That's your mind crying for relief. That's your soul waving a white flag saying, please, just one day, no pressure, no pretending, just peace. Listen to it before your body forces you to. What a mental rest day could look like. A mental rest day doesn't need to be fancy. It could look like turning your phone on, do not disturb, sitting in silence for 30 minutes, journaling out every thought that's been weighing you down, taking a slow walk with no music, just nature, saying no without explaining yourself, taking a nap, yes, a guilt-free nap, praying with no agenda, just being still with God, breathing deeply, on purpose. It's not about avoiding life. It's about reconnecting to it. You're not escaping responsibility. You're restoring your capacity. God wants you to rest too. Even God himself rested, not because he needed to, but to show you that it's holy, that it's necessary, that even creation needs a moment of stillness. Jesus took time away from the crowds. He stepped aside to pray, to sit with the Father, to breathe. So what makes you think you don't need that too? Taking a mental rest day isn't just good for you. It's God-approved. The guilt that tries to steal rest. Let's talk about guilt. Because even when we try to rest, our brain fights us. You should be doing more. Look at everyone else. You're falling behind. Are you really being productive? Let me ask you something. Productive for who? At what cost? If you burn out chasing success, was it really success? If you lose your peace to meet a deadline, was it really worth it? Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is pause. Not because you gave up, but because you refuse to self-destruct. What happens when you actually rest? When you take a real mental rest day? It's like your soul exhales, your mind clears, your heart softens, your body relaxes, and suddenly, you remember what presence feels like. You remember how beautiful silence can be. You remember who you are without the roles, the titles, the expectations. You remember that life isn't just about doing, it's about being. And from that space, you rebuild. Not in a rush, not out of fear, but with clarity and purpose and peace. Let the world keep spinning without you. You don't have to catch every call. You don't have to respond to every message. You don't have to stay updated on every headline. Let the world keep spinning for a bit. Let the hustle go on without you. You've done enough. And today, you choose to just be. You give your mind the gift of quiet. You give your heart the gift of stillness. You give your soul the gift of coming home. Let God meet you there, in the silence, in the pause, in the breath between thoughts. You deserve a break, and this is it. So if no one told you today, you don't have to earn rest. You are allowed to unplug. You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to rest your mind without apology. You don't need a plane ticket, a passport, or a perfect escape to feel like yourself again. You can reset right here, right now, without leaving your life behind. Let's slow it down. Let's just take a moment to breathe, right where you are. Because sometimes the thing you need isn't across the world. It's inside of you, waiting to be remembered, waiting to be recentered, waiting to be restored. See, we've been taught that the only way to reset is to leave. That we have to take a trip, go off the grid, check into a spa, or vanish into some tropical paradise to feel human again. But most of us can't just pack up and disappear. We have responsibilities. We have bills. We have families. We have realities. So in this video, I want to show you how to reset without a vacation. How to come back to yourself without running from your life. Because restoration isn't a destination. It's a decision. You ever get to that point where you just want to disappear? Like, if I could just go somewhere warm and quiet, I'd be okay. If I could just get away from this stress, I'd finally breathe again. It makes sense. The world is loud. Life is a lot. Sometimes you just want silence and sun and space. But here's the truth most people won't say. If you don't know how to reset where you are, you'll carry your chaos wherever you go. You could be on a beach in Bali and still be anxious. You could be in the mountains and still be mentally drained. Because the real reset isn't about changing your location. It's about changing your relationship with yourself. Let's get honest. There's a difference between running away and resetting. One is rooted in avoidance. The other is rooted in intention. When you escape, you avoid what needs to be felt. But when you reset, you face it and breathe new life into it. Resetting isn't about pretending the stress doesn't exist. It's about choosing peace in the middle of it. It's about realigning your body, mind, and spirit, even while the world keeps moving. That kind of reset? You don't need a vacation for that. You just need space, stillness, and a willingness to pause. Here's how you know it's time to reset, not escape. You wake up tired, even after sleeping. You feel emotionally numb or disconnected. You're irritable over small things. You keep scrolling, but nothing satisfies. Your body feels heavy, and so does your soul. Your creativity is blocked. You start fantasizing about running away. These aren't random. These are signals, and the reset your soul is asking for might be smaller than you think. Let me tell you how I reset when I can't just take a trip. I don't wait for a vacation to find peace. I create it. Here's what I do. 1. Wake up without rushing, even if it's just 10 minutes slower. 2. Pray in stillness. No music. Just presence. Just, God, I'm here. 3. Drink a glass of warm water with lemon or sea salt. It tells my body we're safe. 4. Stretch, not to work out, just to release tension. 5. Write down what I've been avoiding, and breathe after every sentence. 6. Listen to soft music, or no music, just enough to feel my spirit soften. 7. Take a walk, even if it's just around the block. Fresh air reminds me life is still good. 8. Put my phone in another room for an hour, because the world doesn't need me more than I need me. 9. Say one thing I'm grateful for out loud. It reminds me I'm not lost, just tired. This is my reset, and I didn't have to leave the country to feel better. I just had to come back home. Sometimes you can't change your life in a day, but you can change your environment in 15 minutes. Open a window, let in light. Light a candle, burn incense, set a mood. Clean one corner of your room. Your space reflects your mind. Turn off the news. Turn on something peaceful. Say no to one obligation that's draining you. Put on clothes that feel good, not just presentable. Your space doesn't have to be expensive to feel healing. It just has to be intentional. Make it smell like peace. Make it sound like peace. Make it feel like God could sit with you there, and you'd both breathe easy. Resetting is spiritual, because you are spiritual, and you were never meant to run on fumes. Even God rested. Even Jesus stepped away to pray. Even your spirit needs quiet to remember who you are. When you reset without a vacation, what you're really doing is returning to the presence of God in your ordinary life. That's where real rest lives. You don't have to wait for the right trip. You just have to step into the right intention. Let your home become your sanctuary. Let your breath become your reset button. Let prayer be your passport back to peace. You don't have to wait until you're burned out to reset. Do it daily, in small, sacred ways. Try these. 3-minute silence breaks throughout the day. Afternoon stretch breaks, even at your desk. Drinking herbal tea slowly instead of chugging coffee mindlessly. Setting boundaries. Saying not today when your energy says no. Journaling one sentence. What do I need right now? 5 deep breaths before every meal. You are allowed to pause. To reset without crashing. To rest without guilt. To slow down even if no one else does. This isn't luxury. This is wisdom. Let me leave you with this. You don't have to leave your life to reset your life. You just have to be still long enough to hear yourself again. The reset you're looking for? It's already inside you. It's in your breath. It's in your spirit. It's in your awareness. Don't wait until you collapse. Don't wait until you're bitter. Don't wait for burnout to get back to balance. Choose peace. Now. Choose healing. Here. Choose rest. Even without a plane ticket. This is seeing unlimited greatness. And this is your reminder. You don't need to run away to come home to yourself. You just need space, intention, and the courage to be still. Right where you are. The reset you need is already within you. If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can for you and for the world around us.